Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today, we're taking a look at 10 sad animes that will bring tears to your eyes. But before we start the video, make sure to hit the subscribe button as it really encourages us to make more interesting videos. Number 10, Orange.
渡したいものがあったんだけど、今持ってなくてごめん。
いいよ別に。俺いらない。じゃあ。
If given the chance, who wouldn't jump at the chance to change history, right? Takamiya Naho receives a mysterious letter from her 27-year-old self claiming to be from her. The letter informs her that a new transfer student named Naruse Kakeru will be joining her class and that she must monitor and care for him. As she tries to explain the letter's mystery, she realizes that it's a warning not only for her own future but also for Kakeru's. Orange is a shoujo-style story that includes a time travel element for a more intriguing and engaging story. Suicidal tendencies, failing to truly communicate with those around you, the pain of carrying a burden alone, and regret are all discussed. Is it permissible to alter the future? Is it acceptable to make life-altering decisions and to satisfy selfish desires in the name of others? It is a tale of adolescence and young love in which a troubled adolescent learns to accept himself, gain trust, and let go with the help of his friends. Number 9, Hotarubi no Morii.
何を泣いているんだ。
Hotarubi no Morii is a lovely film with excellent animation and art, environments, backgrounds, and character designs that are captivating, as well as dramatic music that adds to that overall drama. Even though the story isn't particularly original or noteworthy, it does present the concept of forbidden love in a tasteful and refreshing way. It also demonstrates that love does not have to be physical in order to have an emotional impact. Number 8, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
僕たちの力では君を元に戻してあげられない。ごめんね。ごめんね。
遊ぼうよ。遊ぼうよ。
The law of equivalent exchange underpins alchemy. In order to obtain something of equal value must be lost. Only one taboo remains, however, human transmutation. When Edward and Alphonse Ulrich attempted to resurrect their dead mother, they broke the taboo, and El lost his entire body and Ed his leg as a result. Ed sacrificed one of his arms and affixed Al's soul to a suit of armor in an attempt to bring his soul back to life. Ed joins the state alchemists as they grow older and becomes known as the Full Metal Alchemist, fighting alongside his brother to find a way to restore their bodies to their original state. Number 7, Tokyo Magnitude 8.0.
行かせちゃった。トイレに。見てみた。でもいなくて。名前は？弟くんの名前。ユキ。
Natural disasters are probably the scariest thing that humans have to face, and in a scenario that isn't all that unlikely to occur in Japan, a story about a terrifying earthquake and the loss and destruction it causes will undoubtedly make you feel bad. The plot's realism really shakes you up, that sense of helplessness at not being able to help or protect anyone. Tokyo Magnitude 8.0 depicts how a spoiled adolescent's life changes when she is confronted with humanity's true face. A slow-moving story that picks up in the 3 final episodes as their journey draws to a close, culminating in a powerful and heartbreaking conclusion. Number 6, Anohana, the flower we saw that day.
聞いたよ。
雪やつ。
お前学校行ってないんだってな。学校も行かずに本間芽衣子の名前呼んで 頭に何か湧いたんじゃない？
Jinta Yadomi is a recluse who spends the majority of his time at home. On a hot summer day, his friend Meiko Honma, who died tragically years ago, appears to him and asks him to fulfill her final wish so that she can pass on to the afterlife. But she has no recollection of what it was. So Jinta gathers his former friends in an attempt to figure out what will allow his beloved friend to rest in peace. No matter how old you are, dealing with the death of a friend or loved one is never easy. Death is unavoidable, and everyone copes with it in their own unique way. Anohana is an emotional story that depicts the various ways in which people cope with death. It's difficult to deal with emotional turmoil, whether one chooses to become a shut-in, blames himself, or develops obsessions in relation to the deceased. It's a fantastic show with complex characters, meanings, and messages about not forgetting the dead, but also not obsessing over them. If you're enjoying this video and are interested in more anime videos, then don't forget to like this video and subscribe to this channel for more videos like this. Number 5. Trigatsu no Lion.
レイ、
用事って何？
父さん余計なこと言ったでしょ。
メールで答えた通りだよ。僕は何も言ってない。
Rei Kiriyama is a 17-year-old professional shogi player who suffers from anxiety and depression. After losing his relatives in a tragic accident, he's taken in by a family in which his siblings start resenting him greatly for his shogi skills. Using his skills to earn a living, he decides to move out by himself into Tokyo, but he lets his loneliness take in and doesn't take care of himself. Soon after his arrival, he meets the Kawamoto family, 3 sisters, and their grandfather, who run a traditional Japanese pastry shop, who have also experienced great loss recently and who try to kindly take care of him. This is an anime that describes mental illness, anxiety, bullying, and youth problems in a very touching and sometimes agonizing way. A story that is less about shogi and mainly about sadness, where we see the main character constantly drowning in negative feelings and trying to cope with them. The pace of the story might be a little too slow, but it has some deep and tense moments that really make you feel as anguished as the character. I think the reason why this anime is so emotional is probably because it demonstrates quite realistically how depression actually works, showing how challenging it is always to have fears and harmful thoughts about everything. Number 4. Ishukan Friends, 1 Week Friends.
残念。もう食べ終わったよね。
まだ。
まだ。
だって来るって言ってたから先に食べるのは。
Yuki Hase, a high school student, is interested in and concerned about Kaori Fujimiya, a classmate. She prefers to be alone and never tries to form relationships with others. Yuki and Kaori start eating lunch together after having a chance to get to know each other. Despite the fact that they enjoy conversing, Kaori continues to deny their friendship. She later confesses to him that she suffers from a memory loss disorder that causes her memories to vanish within a week. A touching story about true friendship and the subjective nature of memories. Ishukan Friends demonstrates that making friends entails more than simply reaching out and shaking hands. For some people, socializing is a simple task, but for others, it is the most difficult task in the world. A good friendship takes time to develop and often necessitates going through trials and tribulations, which is exactly what the characters in this story go through as they learn the meaning of true friendship. An anime that is sincere, charming, innocent, relatable, beautiful in its aspects, while also being thought-provoking and with just the right amount of drama. Number 3. Nana.
満ち足りない月。私はレンといてもあんな感じ。どんなに深く愛し合ってもきっと誰も私を満たせない。
Nana Kumatsu is a naive 20-year-old who falls in love easily and becomes reliant on others. Nana Osaki, a proud and strong punk rock vocalist who tries to become a professional singer, meets her on the train as she travels to Tokyo to be with her boyfriend. They must separate as they arrive in Tokyo after spending the entire journey getting to know each other. However, fate reunites them once more and they eventually share an apartment. They learn about love, loss, and the growth that comes with it as their friendship grows and they strive to achieve their goals. This isn't your average love story, and it's certainly not a shoujo anime. Nana is a master at capturing the joys, sorrows, and struggles that come with love and romance. It portrays characters in a very realistic manner, perfectly conveying their feelings and flaws to the viewer, making it impossible not to identify with and relate to them. Nana's ability to create unique drama is demonstrated by its rawness, realism, and understanding of human emotions. It's probably one of the most complicated love stories I've ever seen, and I won't lie, I cried my eyes out for the majority of it. Its complexity allows it to appeal to a broader audience, and I believe it has the potential to make anyone laugh, cry, and feel a strong connection to the characters. Number 2.
Wolf Children.
もっと早く見せるべきだった。花、俺が何に見える？
Hana, a dedicated college student, falls in love with a mysterious man
Who turns out to be a wolf.
and the two start a family together. Unfortunately, fate took her love away, leaving her alone with two strange children she didn't know how to raise. Fearing that her wolf children will be discovered, she relocates to the countryside, where raising her children proves to be a challenge and an adventure. Will she be able to deal with the difficulties of being a single mother in today's harsh world? Parenting is a subject that rarely appears in anime. There is no manual that will tell you how to handle parenting in particular, and being a parent is one of the most difficult tasks a person can undertake. Despite the fact that the plot is light and cute, there are times when the darker side of the story can be heartbreaking. It's about a widow raising her two children and the mental and physical strength it takes. But it also conveys the beautiful message that despite her difficulties, she always triumphs. Number 1. Grave of the Fireflies.
宝石のかけらのような節子の骨をドロップの缶に収めて山を降り、そのまま郷へは戻らなかった。
Seita and his younger sister Setsuko's lives are turned upside down during World War II, when their mother is killed in a bombing in the city, and they're forced to live with their cruel aunt. They decide to flee and live in an abandoned bomb shelter because she continues to mistreat them. Life is becoming increasingly difficult for them because they have no adult to rely on, and food is becoming scarcer than ever before. When Setsuko becomes ill, Seita realizes just how fragile life is. The atrocities of war. A film set during one of the most heinous wars in human history. A heartbreaking reality about two children fighting for survival, and the most depressing anime film you will ever see. Even though the film is primarily about Sita and his sister Setsuko's lives, they appear to represent the hopes, dreams, and suffering of all those who lived through the war, making it difficult to hold back tears. It depicts the heinous consequences of war, the resulting damages, the disasters, the victims, and the ruined lives of the survivors. The film is moving, tragic, and will stay with you for days after you've seen it. Well, that's the end of today's video. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button and comment below. Oh, also, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell if you're new to this channel to be notified when we upload more content.